about the Limbo adventure?
Played nice. Worked with Johnny before.
Ilyana called Limbo home. With that Mephisto creeper?
I'm kinda busy right now.
Cleaning your car?
It's gotta be done. If I don't, no one else will.
You were hiding out here from everyone. I know this must be about Blaze, his betrayal.
I don't really want to hear his name right now.
If there is something you need to get off your chest.
You mean like the parchment? No, it's in there pretty snug. I'm doing great otherwise. It's not like any major life role models attempted to sell us out to Mephisto recently.
Robbie,
Thanks for checking on me, Hunter. Later. I just want to be alone right now. Thanks.
I see things are going well for you too.
Blaze tried to sell.
Look at me. You've gone through so much, and here I am getting comfort from you like a selfish jerk. Almost as bad as an Avenger.
You're not that bad, Ilyana, I promise.
Liar. I might as well put on a cape and start calling myself doctor.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You saw your tormentor today. That couldn't have been easy.
It's good to have you back, sister.
It's good to be back, sister. We'll finish this conversation later. Looks like someone wants to talk to you. She's all yours.
Johnny Blaze's master plan was to entrust the Parchment of Power to Mephisto. Bravo, Ghost Rider. You wanted to know who was behind the Solus. Now we all know.
How do you know Mephisto?
He was the Dark Lord who kidnapped me from this realm and dragged me to Limbo. He raised me as his daughter. He was the only father I ever knew. And my biggest enemy.
So, we are both the children of demons.
Dysfunctional childhoods are something all Desans have in common.
And yet, you overcame yours. If you can do that, you can overcome anything.
Yes, I believe that. Suffering makes us strong. In a way, I owe him everything, even though he took everything from me. He made me Darkchild, gave me the gift of ruling Limbo. And today, I booted him from it, And it wasn't the first time.
Have you considered ever resuming your reign as ruler of Limbo?
Ruling sounds attractive from afar. You imagine yourself on this giant throne made of 1,000 skulls, having servants fulfill your every whim, having power over everything and everyone you see. But alas, that is not the reality. Being in charge is full of administrative work, managing ungrateful minions, making and keeping demonic pacts. It's boring and arduous. And I don't do boring.
I can see that.
Besides, what would the Midnight Suns do without me? My place is here, tormenting Caretaker and Strange. Well, that's enough about Limbo for today. We must look forward to the challenges that lay ahead.
Sleep well tonight, Ileana. You deserve it.
Good night, Hunter.
Mephisto is no one we wish to trifle.
Robbie's hero worship is among my chief worries these days. The Parchment of Power is here, within the walls of the Abbey.
I assume you overheard Robbie or someone talking about it.
No, I could feel its power the moment it arrived. It was a numbing dread, the likes of which I have never experienced before. I worry for Robbie.
Do you not think he can handle it?
Sarah and Strange probably won't bring this up around him, but that parchment is not just random Latin phrases. It contains the words of Chthon himself. They are as dangerous as nuclear weapons.
I've already heard those words spoken aloud. Blaze read from the page, and I saw what it could do. The power it unleashed.
The hellfire and destruction is only the beginning, I'm afraid.
The page will not be with Robbie long. If Stark's plan succeeds, we will be rid of Chthon's only toehold in our world.
Perhaps. The parchment is just one page of many, all carrying Chthon's vile message. Those pages were scattered across the globe. The hope was that they would remain hidden forever. Yet man, in his infinite wisdom, decided to collect them and bind them into the Darkhold.
And now Robbie has the final page.
I pray he is strong enough to carry it.
Despite my skepticism, you managed to retrieve the parchment. I'll save my congratulations for later. Right now, we're sitting on a landmine, and I'm not clear what we're going to do about it.
Now we let Tony do his thing.
That's up.
Reprieves, no matter how brief, grant us all a moment to reflect and learn.
The tower bells are ringing. My favorite childhood prank. But I have not heard them in so long. Caretaker must be wincing right now. Or maybe this was her idea of a joke.
Stop being so defensive and listen to us, Robbie.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
No need to be worried. I got this.
I don't think you fully understand what you're carrying. The parchment packs a lot of evil.
And what? You don't think I can handle it? I'll have you know that you aren't the only one who has a corner on controlling darkness. Just ask Sparky.
We're just concerned.
Concerned? You're starting to sound an awful lot like Caretaker, Nico.
Since when did you become such a jerk?
Since he started carrying that damn page, that's
Why
when...
don't you worry about yourself, Blade?
Whatever you say, Robbie. Why don't you go find Peter?
Well, maybe I will. I'm out.
Well, we tried.
The Parchment of Power is no joke. Then again, neither is Robbie. Let's just hope he's right and he can handle it.
Yeah, let's hope.
What do we have today?
Good to see Wanda back with her team.
Ready to work?
This'll make a difference. Let's see if you're as good as...
Time to take it to the next level.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
Nice to get some fresh air. Hardly any cobwebs or ghosts out here.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
What have you got for me, boss? And to the right man. Sometimes, I even impress myself. Let me do my thing. The latest advancements from the mind of genius Tony Stark, and they're all for you. Farewell.
Do you remember the bells, kiddo? When you were young?
Something about Jeremiah Kane's statue drew me. Guess it's that old Spirit of Vengeance connection, huh?
Like you, Kane carried more burdens than any one man should.
Yeah, So he knew how the big honor could also become a curse.
Do you feel like you have been cursed?
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome to be one of the Midnight Suns and have the incredible responsibility of carrying the Parchment of Power. But it also really sucks.
No one ever said our tasks would be easy, especially now.
I get it. It would just be nice if the price of failure wasn't, you know, the end of the world.
Blaze's betrayal probably soured your outlook.
About that. I keep thinking about what happened back in Limbo. Right before all the fighting broke out, when Blaze told me you were the key to the Parchment, the prophecy, all of it. And that if we took you out, the world might survive.
Robbie.
I know what you're gonna say. Don't trust Blaze. I get it. Which is why I'm thinking I should read this parchment for myself and find out exactly what caused him to get so worked up about you.
The forces of the Parchment and the Darkhold are not to be trifled with, Robbie. You cannot expect to read the page the way you would a normal book.
Oh boy, here we go. More of that. This is beyond you, Robbie. I've been hearing this junk since I asked to see my first R-rated movie as a kid. Guess what? I snuck into those movies and I can sneak a peek at the Parchment.
Trust me, this is not the same as childhood misbehavior. You are gambling not just with your life, but the lives of all of those who love you.
Fine, forget it. I'm not gonna read the page. Happy now?
I am relieved, yes. But what are you going to do instead?
I'm gonna do what I normally do. Sit and worry. And hope Stark hurries up with whatever he's building in the forge.
That may take a while.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. After all this, I better get a statue of my own around.
Just tell me.
I already told you.
That was just a bunch of hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Authored by the hand of a corrupted elder god, vile, unspeakable evil power contained within its pages. I get it. The Darkhold is bad. But I'm a scientist. I need facts, examples, highlights, lowlights.
Are you really asking me for a book report on the Darkhold?
I mean, I could just blast the page to smithereens without knowing the context, but understanding it is so much more interesting.
Context or no context, I'm still skeptical that your plan will actually work.
Well, okay, then share your deep insights with me, Dr. Spooky. Come on, spill the beans.
I have no beans to spill, Tony. I think I need some fresh air.
This should be useful. This will do nicely.
I guess you're wondering why Strange and I were getting into it?
I saw enough.
He gets so huffy and precious when it comes to his magic stuff. Everything has to be shrouded in mystery, like he's on stage in Vegas or something. I think he's afraid I'm going to turn around and become an even greater sorcerer than he is.
I thought you two had put your rivalry behind you. Are you not supposed to be getting along?
I guess you could say we get along like family.
That is...
Well, in that he's the annoying cousin who comes to visit and then burns weird incense and never leaves.
Surely there is a way for you both to work together in harmony.
You'll never catch us in the same barbershop quartet. But, given enough time, I'm sure I can reverse engineer an Elder God's programming language. Sure, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying, but that's not my problem.
So you think the Darkhold is no different from some fabulous bit of technology?
Oh, absolutely. And like any other fabulous bit of technology, it's only a matter of time before I figure out how to do what I want to do with it. Every problem has a solution, my resurrected friend. And I'm going to find it.
I warn you, the Darkhold is not a thing to be trifled with.
Oh, I'm gonna trifle with it all right. I'm gonna trifle that thing until it's just burned ash on the floor.
Just make sure the pulp on the floor is not you.
Oh, I'll be extra careful.
And what about Strange? Are you going to let him sulk?
Oh, I'll find Dr. Spooky later and explain my position clearly. Make sure he understands.
It might help if you stop calling him Dr. Spooky.
Yeah, you're right. I should use his name. Stephen Spooky.
I give up.
Well, don't give up yet. You need to get the research going on the Gamma Accelerator. I've got the pieces and Dad's research, and I'm ready to go. I'm serious about getting the research started. Parchment isn't going to blow itself up.
I took care of that for you.
If I had time, I'd take care of these myself. But I have been accused of hogging the ball before.
Friendly neighborhood service at friendly neighborhood prices.
Got some ops ready. Thanks, Hunter.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Consider it done.
No change of plans.
Get to the trucks and grab those artifacts before they roll out.
I'm on my way.
Where have I seen that before?
confirmed. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. That was something.
Slow them down, but it won't stop them. Get to the artifact before they figure out what happened.
Engaging!
Sustain us!
Forget a face.
Today.
Behold the light's gift.
It's good to have friends.
I'm going in.
To restore our strength. is here. We will not be done.
How many times are you going to try that?
We'll have to do better than that.
Now is the time.
Another wave?
This is still happening. The light is on our side.
Thanks for the assist.
Fate is sealed. Hail that! Let's settle this. Next time, stay home. You have earned this. You were too weak for this fight. The power of the light.
We honor we can wait no more.
We need to help them.
She has provided for us.
when you get a second chance? No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
The advantage is mine. Me out of the picture. We must help them.
Something right.
I'm glad that doesn't happen too often.
Ooh, you should probably see a doctor.
For Hydra. Roger that. Help is at hand. Someone order a knuckle sandwich? Requires aid.
She bolsters our numbers.
You're still set on me. You had your chance to escape. You are lucky to still be breathing. Realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Should be useful. To have held their attention. Just what I needed. Feel bad. You're not ready for me yet.
You sure you're up for this? Watch my back!
Need to restore our strength!
That should slow them down, but it won't stop them. Get to the artifact before they figure out what happened.
fate is sealed.
Weak.
Hail that. Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous.
I'll live to fight another day.
Remember you bozos hitting so hard.
I don't think we're done just yet.
They have not changed their plans. This shall be of great help. Target confirmed. Walk in the light.
Thanks for the assist. scratch.
Destroy.
I'll do whatever I can to help.
Regroup and await reinforcements.
Still coming this way. Back into the fray. Hold the light's gift. Welcome assistance. Roger that. You're not going to like this. Someone order a knuckle sandwich? Maybe it's time to rethink your life.
quantity over quality?
They need healing. I think we've got company. I'm right here, still waiting. Your actions have consequences.
Deja vu.
You're getting pretty good at that.
Let's settle this. This is gonna hurt.
I can see why your friends put their trust in you.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Where have I seen that before?
That was your one chance. We must help them.
Brace yourselves, people. Company's coming. This is still happening. A lot worse. Trust me. I'm going in. I'm going in.
You had your chance to escape. You are lucky to still be breathing.
I'm on it.
Let us see if they have an answer for this. They're still coming for me. My turn next. Hydra en route. They're still set on me. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Roger that.
saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Your loyalty to the Mother of Demons will be your undoing. Looks like they have got help. The light is on our side.
Every little bit helps. Engaging!
Too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you.
Their interest yet.
You have earned this. Feel my pull.
Nice work.
The light will carry you onward.
The advantage is mine.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
I'm still holding their interest.
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
Let's settle this. Now that was something.
I'd say that was a very successful outing. Good work.
tension's so thick I could claw it to shreds. Something...
Must not be her purview.
When we avenge the fallen, we honor their loss. Seen good troops lose their minds not knowing if a tank was going to mortar their bunkers, but seeing seasoned, enhanced heroes walking on eggshells is a new kind of unsettling.
What, no stars and stripes hoorah pep talk from Captain America? It must be bad.
We lived with the dread, channeled the tension. This feels different. Lilith's got too many tricks we haven't seen.
Tricks like mind control? We call that Tuesday at Xavier's School for the Gifted. I got a gut feeling that what's gonna come's gonna be more gnarly than usual. Bet I'll even be surprised. I'd even go so far to start taking bets. But that's too grim. Even for me.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
The Hellride is ready and waiting.
Will I see you at the meeting?
Maybe. Depends how bored I am.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Book club tonight. You in?
Meet you there.
Let's get moving. Hunter.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice in my head.
If you haven't already, you should welcome Logan. Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top. though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
This George Washington reminds me of you.
You'd better not say it's the hair.
No, you keep counsel at Central. Once you make up your mind, you assign missions to the rest of us.
Huh. Leads like George Washington. I'll take it. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is Hunter. Do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan #5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
On your way out?
That is it for me.
Righteous.
Acunis ad sepulchrum, nam hac in hora, tutela contra inferna vocat, paper potestatum, auferte molem omni noxa, iram et tristis, que psycho. Mayora
Agatha, what are you doing?
casting a protection spell over the Abbey. Now that we are in possession of the Parchment of Power, we must be vigilant in guarding against its influences.
That is thoughtful of you. I feel protected already.
You should. This is a very rare form of sorcery, practiced only by those who have passed from this realm. This spell will only prevent the worst type of harm the parchment can inflict, but can't stop it from making mischief completely.
Mischief? What sort of mischief?
There's no way of knowing for sure. But if there's one thing I am sure of, it's this. The words etched onto the page were written by Chthon himself. Not even my magic can silence them. They will affect us, if only in whispers. I mean, they're probably affecting us right here, right now, and won't stop. Not until Stark finally manages to nuke it from space.
I was more concerned how it could harm Robbie, not the rest of us.
I'm concerned for him too. But while the page remains here in the Abbey, it affects us all. Well, I should really finish this incantation. The spell cannot be completed without it.
I will leave you to it then.
Sleep well, Hunter. If you can.
Fit like 100 parchments of power in the Hellride.
I have something for you.
A gallon of web fluid and 1,000 helium balloons?
Components for shop class.
Be honest, have I traveled back in time?
No, you sent me a message.
Right. I set those up before the last meeting. And you got one.
So, what should I do with these components?
I can take them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you hand them over, I can get Tony and Robbie talking again.
And if not?
I'll give them all back. Deal?
Agreed.
What's shaking, Bacon?
I'm glad you're fitting in. We've heard so many stories about you that we didn't really know what to expect.
What did you hear?
That you were a godlike hero walking the earth, single-handedly holding back the forces of evil.
that is only part of the story. Caretaker forged me into a weapon. Agatha, she kept me grounded.
Same with us. Caretaker has always focused on the task at hand. Agatha reminded her we aren't pieces on a chessboard. I'm surprised you and Caretaker keep butting heads. She always spoke of you so fondly.
Whatever differences we have, I am sure we can work them out.
Good. It stresses Robbie out when you two fight. The Midnight Suns have all dealt with Caretaker when she's prickly. If you ever need a vent, we get it.
Thanks, Nico.
Of course, what are friends for? I won't forget it.
Are you finally beginning to understand now? Family protects one another. Family loves one another. Family would do anything to save one another. Is that not what these heroes of yours preach? Then why abandon you at the doorstep of that wretched pretender Mephisto, my precious child?
My family saved me. It was the coward Blaze that sold me out.
Perhaps. Still, Blaze is no coward. And he is most certainly not a friend to Mephisto. For him to have made such a deal, all the more reason I must have the page.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hear me, child. Say what you will about Johnny Blaze, but his soul is one of the strongest I have ever encountered. He has carried the parchment for decades without succumbing to its call, battled angels and demons alike, and rattled the thrones of far too many gods.
It almost seems like you admire him.
I simply state the facts. Now he is free of the page, and another takes on a mantle of its guardian.
Robbie.
Do you really think he will prevail over the Parchment of Power?
You were right, Mother.
I am?
Robbie will never be Johnny Blaze. He will become something far greater. I gladly place my fate and that of the world in his hands.
My original offer still stands. If you truly value your friend, relieve him of his burden and surrender the parchment to me. Ignore my warning, and Blaze's betrayal will be a fond memory compared to what is coming next.
I hope the others slept better than I did.